The reason why I wanted to do this documentary, I wanted to show people, like, I wanted to take it back.
You're back, you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back.
In 2018, I came out of prison. In 2019, I wanted to do a documentary of my life previously and my life now.
Two little horsepower man, galloping rush goalie cause she bad. Alison Wall with the stars in the flats. Anakin VVS diamonds are bright. Flashing it.
You're back, you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back. You're back. Long time, something. Long time. Oh, Jim,
The return of Born, wait for return of Mac. Gonna ride your mad, gonna bird in his final lap. Mind your flats, ask your gal, we find your man. Can't chat about lats, done more rides than a cycle has. The return of Born, wait for return of Mac. Gonna ride your mad, gonna bird in his final lap. Mind your flats, ask your gal, we find your man. Can't chat about lats, done more rides than a cycle has.
This is where it started, still.
And I unblocks where cops looks. I don't see them my shots, woods. Being out here tryna break down bugs. Why you gotta stop my joke? 3D1 real crooks, man. That was really Phineas trap. 3TY, 3 Lowski lose. No ST3 Sav, 3 Smart Code T trap. Can I start with D, man? We can't come with treason. Just jump out, we leave them. All the jumpers need freedom.
Canada and where it started, like Canada and where my heart is.
It was funny. I never knew I was in the hood.
See, opposition get starving like my GTG ain't parking. Right step when I'm marching, dip bricks have him dancing.
I came to the block when I was like in year 2, year 3 and that. Like when I came to the block, the man them was like advanced for me. And there was just bare black youths on the block, so it was just advanced and that. Talk about stealing and that. one of the older youths and that, obviously he's in jail now, innit? Like, he was like, yeah, let me borrow your bag, innit? I'm like, cool, innit? Obviously, cool. But I knew this guy was old. He wasn't that older than man, but he was older than man. Like, I knew that he was one of the young G's. Yeah, he was that way, innit? So obviously, didn't see my back for like 5 days. But I used to come out like, bro, like, I didn't even tell my mum didn't know nothing. Like, she wouldn't tell if my back's missing or not, so I used to just, like, I was getting pissed off, innit? But then, like, on the 5th day, I saw my back, like, I saw my back in the bin. Both the wheels popped. I'm like, nah, this guy popped it. From that day, I never let no one use my back unless I knew them and that properly.
Let me show you something. You see when you're from Canada, everybody can rap from Canada.
Can you rap?
I can rap small, you know.
I don't mind. Brown and golden, one day you're my line, day you're so fine. They say this life of crime on mine to leave that shit behind. They say that all the time. I'm trying to get a 9, which one? I don't mind.
This one's hard already.
Bitch, I don't fucking mind.
This one's hard already. Let me show them something.
Show them something, my fucking driller. My fucking jilly. Crabs on the bed!
You close this door.
I'm ready! Versace runners on the tracky, spray like a racky, my dog and I'm shaggy. BM fucker call me daddy, inside the state Cincinnati. Take me up McGuinness Paddy, gun on Miami, my brothers them carry. Fenny drippers from Italy, baby leave a dachi. I do that trap shit like I'm Tash, I'm tryna cash and boy like I'm Ash. My finger itching me like a rash, I got that trap bread in my stash, they do the chats. SD Broski put them boy there on their back, I told them come outside like their dad, I'm bringing double shanks when I bang.
Hey, turn it off. Are you mad? Are you taking a piss? Are you taking a piss?
Hey, play that verse again.
Man, but down the wrist.
Back like Miss Bisky, back with a bang like Carlos, back in Farmers pissed.
Biss was the guy, so that's the first guy I started rapping with. That's the first guy that, like, first guy to just start saying, yeah, Let's try this thing, man.
I do that trap shit like I'm Tash. I'm tryna catch them boy like I'm Ash. My finger itching me like a rash. I got that trap bread in my stash. They do the chats. SD Broski put them boy there on their back. I told them come outside like their dad. I'm bringing double shanks when I bang. They call me Red Hand with a mash, in jail with a mash, in the trap and they mash. Spartan baby, I might splash. Semi-auto, no attachments. Bad one hitting for the back track. Times they open in my flat.
So when I first moved to Kenneton Park Estate, this is the first primary school that obviously I went to. I spent 2 years in Henry Fawcett where I met TG. So TG was in my class. Obviously, he lived in my estate, so obviously I knew him. And then fast forward, my mum wanted to go to another primary school for obviously religious reasons. She thought because it was Christian, they'll have some Christian values, teach me about Christianity or whatever. So I moved to St. Mark's. It was a bigger primary school, so obviously this primary school was much smaller. The Christian one was way smaller than this one. This one was massive compared to the minute. So yeah, we even had primary school beef. You know what I mean? We had primary school beef. When we was going home, St. Mark's, some 2 primary school guys from this side tried to beef us and that, you know what I mean? So yeah, primary school beef then. That's why I met Biss. Obviously he was younger than me. He had the wildest stories, but obviously as I got older, I knew that they were true. Like he used to come to school say that, bro, like Jake's just run up in my house or whatever. Like, I used to just think this guy's living in a movie, but it was true. Obviously he's from Kenneton as well, innit? So I think, yeah, just related to him. Lil Max that also went to our school, he was obviously around us, and obviously we kind of formed like a friendship. Went to the same community centre, so we just used to like talk, innit? This is where it all started, this is where it all began. Orford House, obviously where Zico, Biss, TG, everyone that I knew used to link up and obviously do all sorts, communicate, studio, gym, table tennis, everything. Other people used to rap as well, but I don't know, people thought that me and Biss were like obviously similar. I copied him a bit because I was actually learning from him, innit? He kind of taught me a lot. So we just made a group together. So we started rapping first. So we released like 3000 Savage, we released Shit Then.
3000 Savage. Times 4 more Mitch in the trap trying to rap it. Mixing and mash by Aki. Mission and mash I Savage. Got one mash, you bragging. But that mash just chapping. No shanks on deck, you're lacking. Blue in the trap, you mash it. Course.
This is where I'm gonna show you anyways. Bro, this is the studio. Come. Because you have to see it. You have to see where we were sitting and that. I need to be able to explain it. Obviously there was chairs here on this side. There was a little sofa here. Now it's all changed and that. This is where like we first started making music. I did not touch a studio until I came here. I started continuously writing bars. Like even made me hang out with Biss more, write more music, and then that's how like the music thing came about. The first time I went in the studio, obviously Biss was already recording, he'd done his song already. That's why it's mad, he'd done his song on SoundCloud, I've already heard it, I said, right, this guy's hard. So I came here, and then everyone used to write lyrics for fun and that. And then one day I came back to this very same studio and I recorded a song. See, when you go into the booth, you can run a man down, you can ching a man down, but you can't swear. You can't fucking run a man down and you can't fucking ching a man down. You can just run a man down normally. No swearing that, no swearing. That's why my first songs on SoundCloud, obviously they're all deleted now. They're all deleted, they're all gone, but there was no swearing in them. Because obviously I was recording them here. Yeah, maybe it's TG made ones or Lax as well. And then Miz and Mac came after. Off the Bells I met Mizzy and Lax at the same time. But yeah, man, and obviously I met Lowski last, innit? Like Lowski was just, he was just down the road, but so he's doing his own thing. That this shoot was advanced for his age, bro. He was on a different thing. He's just advanced. Like, you know them light skin guys, man. It's advanced. They're either advanced or they're just weird. But he was just different, man.
Bad bees banging my Snapchat. Lang. Big man sharp, don't chat back. Got a brown one with a fat back. Lang. Threat, back. Free GG2, that's generous Bruce. Flashback. Free bro got him, other bro got him. Ambulance got 5 like blackjack. With a gal, let my stay social. Got hella gal, that's in total. I heard they gonna get me touched. They had one shot like Mobile, Mabel. Any drop on up, them man skate you. Come slide on man, them man hate to. Make hella bands like I'm made to. I get paid, boo.
Bad bees banging my brick phone. Same time banging my iPhone 2. Sweet one answer this ringtone. Did my time and now time it flew.
Like, yeah, I met him last, bro. He was more of my brother's friend first than man's, innit? So obviously when he started to come like to my bit and that's when I started to meet him properly.
Catch me like in Bazaar. Jazzy on smoke, yeah, having cigars. Block so you don't have to go to Qatar.
Hot step with your goons on. DSQ with a boot on. Slap it on. Careful, who's wrong. That ooze on. You ain't seen goon fly.
Man's first proper studio session, what was it? It was meant to be me, Biss and LM. Obviously we done our first tune, innit? It's called ER. We used to do our songs on SoundCloud, so like we started getting a little bit of followers on SoundCloud. Then like people were saying do a video, and like, all the man were saying do a video, we did it. And then obviously like Lambeth started listening to it, innit? And man Barra and that. We got like 25k, but we didn't mind. Still that was an accomplishment. That was mad. 25k, you nuts. It's mental. How does it go again?
What?
She's telling me loads. Yeah, about a 4-door thing and a big truck thing with poles. I ain't trying to hear, so I stop there like roads. Keep hearing myself, I'm cold on the block with bro. On the block with bro, that's slow.
Get a pack gone quick, that's crow. In the 5th lane like I'm ER. White gold got my teeth all froze. Loud I'm gonna be eating loads.
But these times I had the white golds and that. It's the old school, man. I think around the times that me and Biss was rapping, I think Lowski just went back into prison, innit? So we was just us two. TJ was doing the Afro swing. I was doing the rap. Biss was doing the rap. Lowski did the rap, but he was in prison. And obviously Mizzy wasn't rapping, like he was not rapping. The first time he rapped, he went to studio as a joke. Because normally, like even me, the first time I went to studio as a joke. So he went as a joke with Lats, like to make like a song, like a record, like they're not being serious. So they went and done that. And like the song was it was so good. Like my first attempt at studio was like, you would never hear that song, it's dead. But the first attempt was crazy. And then kind of rapped together, innit? We just started rapping together. We formed a group. We didn't even know what would come out of it, but we just started forming it wasn't like this is our group. It was just, this is us three, and we're under this name.
They were tired of the Mac. Spartans, marksmen, Kenneton, sergeant, trying to be a certain I'm back. My friends and a pen told them to the end just after the laugh of the band. Chocolate darling, just passing from the north, I'm actually back. 11, wherever heaven began.
From young, like Mizzy was like the realest guy I would know. Like anything that comes to his head, anything that he would think about, he would say. Like he wouldn't hold back. That's one thing that I like about him. The reason why I think Mizzy is different to other rappers is he's actually smart. Like in terms of English, like he's one of the smartest guys I know in terms of like learning about the English language.
HS Gaza strips, splash like Kanye and Kim. If we turn up now, weapons out, are you gonna back your goon?
One of my favourite songs was Grip and Ride, probably his best song. And it came from a leak, like that song was never released. Like it got 1 million views as a leak before it actually got 1 million views legitimately. Splash and Cash was probably like his best verse, like on a song. Splash and Cash was probably his best verse.
Jack, Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with Yak. Friends in the camp, but still step with HS, that's men in black. Who's on who on MSN, no remorse for your back. Let's go.
TG's been my lifelong friend. When I first moved to Kenneton, like it was TG and my other brethren, like from year one. Like obviously he was a different child, innit? He was a bit difficult. He was always angry. Like he was violent, innit? He was a violent kid, so
He's ran in front of the bus. What bus was it? 67 or something. He's ran in front of the bus. I'm all running off there. We're on the main road, you know.
I know they lie. If she had that thing, I tell her bye. It's money on my mind. Ring, that's my line. I know they lie. If she had that thing, I tell her bye. It's money on my mind. Ring, that's my line, yeah.
How Harlem became Harlem, like if you watch Paid in Full, like obviously that was back in the 80s, but there was a lot of like junkies. Like sometimes when you step out your house, there'll be junkies. So when I used to step out my house, there was a lot of like people like that, innit? So it kind of reminded man of Harlem, like Harlem in America, but the movie, like, you know, the crack epidemic in the 80s. We used to say Spartan stuff, like we used to say Spartan this and Spartan that, so people just started calling us Harlem Spartans, and it kind of stuck.
All the man them Spartans, but they trap like Harlem. All the man them Spartans, but they trap like Harlem. And the cats keep calling. Spend my nights in Harlem, I'll be back in the morning.
300 men, minus 10, that's 290. Red tape zone, skylight, heli like UFO. This is like the hub. This is where we used to buy sweets and that. You know, they had the big pick and mixes, the big boxes. Literally, it's about all the sweets, all the crisps. Obviously they're expensive. Come here with £2, you're nice. They used to be 20p. They used to be 5p, 2p. Inflation. Yeah, look at the price list. Biscuits 20p, hot water. What's going on in there? Hot water 10p, what's going on? TG and that used to sit there with the gal. You know, TG used to love girls, used to sit there. Around here, used to gather around with all the gal. I would play FIFA, Biss, Zico, everyone, Snow, everyone that's mentioned in the songs came here. Yes. I'll be real. This is where, obviously there was fighting and that. This is where everything used to happen though. This is the main chill area though. That was just the hub. This is the main chill area. This is where it's big space. Guys used to sit here, fake True Religion jeans, fake Ralph Lauren trackies. Just bang, table tennis, chat shit, start fights, link up. Me, TG, Zico, Mizzy, Bells, Snow, AD. So many names, bro. So many names. Mola, bare names. Everyone used to come here. Obviously, we used to play a game called Around the World, didn't it? Because everyone wanted to play table tennis. And it was only what? There was like 20 bats and 2 tables, innit? So we used to just bang it. Around the world, you run around. And obviously the last person to get is out, innit? That's the game that we used to play. If it wasn't for Orford House, I would have never ever been a rapper, ever. Obviously this is where the office is. You got to pay to come in. You got to pay. How much was the entry fee?
25p.
25p, still expensive though.
Yeah.
That was expensive still.
It's always difficult getting money.
Yeah. It's always difficult still. It was always difficult getting money in general. 25p was peak. Guys used to pay for you. They went double bubble next week. I mean, it's peak. We didn't want to be GMs, gang members. No one around me wanted to be a gang member. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't go like that. Bro, without this, I wouldn't be rapping. Bearman wouldn't be rapping. There wouldn't really be Harlem Spartans, I don't think. Maybe there would have been like another variation, but this was the most important. Because that studio there is the only reason why I started rapping, that studio. I don't know what I would have done without that studio still. It's the most important place. And this is where it all started. Literally, this is where it all started.
Me and mine calling me greatness. Ain't no chosen one in this matrix. No Liam Neeson when Flam got taken. My portfolio still in the station. Jason Bourne, but I'm at Damon. I still stay 50-50. I'm Kanan. No comment questions, you know they are not mine. But I could have still said no Ronald Reagan.
As a collective, our first video was ER. With me, Biss, TG, and LM. Obviously, I promoted that was crazy. I didn't want to do it at first, but
Ty made us do it, innit? Ty is like someone that's older that we looked up to, innit? He kind of forced us to do it because we were having second thoughts about doing it.
We could all be friends, but they broke little nigga them stress. Painting slap off the gang, she giving you peps. He's telling me loads about a 4-door thing and a big truck thing with pose. I ain't tryna hear, so I put stop there like road.
This is where history was made. This is actually where I shot my first video. It was at 200 or 150 or whatever. Obviously I was thinking, bro, this video is not gonna go anywhere. Why am I wasting money? Like, even if it's split between people, why am I wasting money to book a video that's like, I'm just gonna waste, it's gonna go to nothing, innit? It took like a while, like a good 2, maybe 4 months to get 40k views. It started going up to 60, which was crazy. I think Patman was like the guy that you go to for like filming the underground. There was other cameramen, but they're a bit more pricey and like Link Up TV and such. So like Patman was the guy for underground. You basically, you start from Patman, you go to GRM, and then obviously Link Up was the biggest at the time, innit? During the video, I think neighbours called the police and said there was guns in the video, innit? So as we was coming out, like as we was finishing off the video, police were like on the road, and like, obviously Jake's on the road and that, like shouting and that, doing all sorts. That's what was in the video as well. Obviously we kept performing, but it was a normal occurrence for people to call the police and that, man. It was normal. I used to spend hours like in Biss's house, like on Twitter, but you know you can add people on Twitter. So I would add with my link or like the video, at the video and at bare people, but you only can add like a certain amount of people. I'm thinking like 15 max, depending how long the name is. I think it was even like 150 characters back then. So at like 15 people and at everyone I possibly could, like literally.
Brief, full zone, got him lot, nigga, shit them. Just all white with the flits them. Shit then, niggas just shit them. If you ever owe money getting pitched then, bro, then the cats never miss them. Shit then.
When it came to Shit Then, this was like the last release of me and Biss before we started doing it as a collective.
Yo, what do you know about Laka?
People like Swift, like people from Section Boys. Section Boys were the biggest group at the time.
Yo, what do you know about Laka? What? Road get lock off, face get chop off, what? Steel and copper, what? Everything lock off. What them know about lock off? Hey yo, look man, what you know about lock off?
He was promoting it, going toilet in his sliders, saying shit then. That kind of blew up the song, and it blew up the previous songs as well. So we were just gradually going up. And we started getting like calls and messages from Curfew, Team Fest, these under 18 raves. They wanted us to perform, they were playing our music. And yeah, that was kind of, I wouldn't say it was surreal, but it was just a different feeling. I was thinking like, where's this heading? And when we get into the Harlem Spartan stage, it got even bigger. Like people were driving past listening to Harlem Spartans, like it went global. Someone in the car would be listening to us, cutting through Kenneton Main Road, would be like chilling on the block, like cars coming past, listening to us. People would be riding their bikes with speakers, listening to us. It just got big.
Might take your Jones. I don't know me, dead thing, I don't know me, Jason Bourne. Got booked, you know ID, coming like Jason Bourne. Broke some Mando Jakes, now really Jason Bourne. My name Jason Bourne.
Now I'm on the other side of Kenneton, it's Kenneton Lane. This is where I shot Jason Bourne, all around here still. Yeah, obviously, the main scenes, yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, at night, this bit here looks hard, like literally, it looks like a whole different place when you go into this bit here. So this is where we shot like most of it. It looks like an alleyway. It looks like a different part, but it's just a little stairs bit. So we just literally kept it in this place here. Like, we just try to use our surroundings. When we shoot videos, we always use like the surroundings as best as we can. Even if we have to jump up here and do all of that stuff, we do that shit. The studio session itself, 1 hour, man. 1 hour max. We just used to go there with our bars already written. They record it to the beat, literally. And that would take an hour. And mix it for another hour. I always stayed in the other side of Kenneton, innit? I didn't really go to this side of Kenneton. This is where I met Lowski and obviously a couple of the other man them, because this is where they're from, innit? when I was growing up, it was literally two sides of Kenneton still.
Hazard.
We was like getting very big. We was getting to like big status, but I didn't really see it in it. But now looking back at it, like with Lowski was kind of a solo act. He was doing numbers with Hazards. He had Bay and Netflix, obviously with TG and Biss. There was like songs were getting leaked. We'll post a song on our Snapchat and it's already going global, like literally on YouTube. And we'll post snaps of just ourselves, just chilling, and like we'll get like 1,000 screen records. People are posting it.
That's a shit picture already.
Me meeting Lowski, I couldn't give you like a defined date. He was always just around. He used to chill, obviously with Biss and that as well. So obviously being around Biss, obviously mutual friends. Back in the day, it was more hyper, like. He had too much sugar in his cereal, like he was so charged, Exactly how he talks and raps like in his videos is like exactly how he is.
DJ Khaled scored on the ops like what's that another one? Man don't splash and that's my splash. Cannot bop and get it done. Hold them cat, pig love chat. Need them ring we get gone.
Even after like Lowski's incarceration, like he was still more of a solo act, innit? Like he was still more of a solo act. That used to come sometimes. It was kind of like a Migos Rich the Kid thing still.
Harlem O. Cat Nizzy, brown and pretty, love to lurk around Harlem City. Peg, trap and giddy, CID's tryna lock my city. Fuck, try them, we all violent, man, back your city. Kenneton where it's fucking sticky.
As some of you don't know, this is where I shot Cat Nizzy. Obviously, as you can see around me, this is like one of the scenes where we've done it. I think everyone was standing here or standing there. I think it was like 2017. I think that was one of the last videos before like people went away. Thinking about some of the lyrics that we had, I think it was a long time ago. I'm trying to remember them. I think my one started, Kent Nizzy, bring your strizzies, Joker's there in this Arkham City. Sutton, San Shinobi Mangara's with me. Even back then I was doing like, I used to put like anime lyrics and references in my bars, innit?
Kent Nizzy, bring your strizzies, Joker's there in this Arkham City. Nantos Charkers with me, San Shinobi Mangara's with me. Joe with a mini spin thing, you would've thought Jones was with me.
Obviously right now I got a big camera in my face. An expensive camera in my face. Them times it was like maybe a $1,000 camera, maybe a $2,000 camera. And how we would shoot, it was just freestyle, innit? We don't have normally nowadays when people do shoots, they have like a treatment and that, where they want to get shoots done and different parts and we're going to do this at this time. Before we just used to freestyle it, we used to come to the block, run up the trip, so everyone would be outside anyways, and then we'll just shoot, we'll just do a scene here, we'll walk through the ends, find like another location, do a scene there, and maybe go around somewhere else and do a scene there. That's how we used to shoot our videos. Yeah, we had like our own channel. We was getting $250,000, $500,000 in like days, like a day. People weren't doing that. We was getting so much views in a couple hours. Like no one else was doing it like the way we was doing it. We had our own channel that was, I think Kenneton when it started like 20 million views. Like, you know, like that was doing things like that that was not seen as normal. Back in the day, the platforms like GRM Daily, Link Up TV, SBTV was not trying to promote us. Like I remember the first time, I think like Biss was kind of angry. I think they said that we wanted a video posted up, innit? And they said they didn't do gang related videos or violent videos. They didn't want violent videos on their platform. But a day later, there was a violent video on the platform. So we didn't understand that. So we was like, no, forget this. Why would we give our money to be on a platform? They don't even want us on a platform and they're just contradicting themselves. So we need to make our own channel. And that's where the own channel came from. This is where we used to film most of the stuff, innit? Literally, this is the main shop. This is the shop that everything was done at. Shop here, shoot videos here. Kenneton where it started was shot here. So I'm gonna show you, come.
I beg you pardon. SE or Sab, get out there and clot him.
Chew beef like breakfast. 2 shots get round in seconds. Beef feed in my area, peppers. Spot our cuckoo members. Got G's in the camera with attention. 4 other girls that give my attention. Off chat man from my tea and my mentions. Wake up, get my grind on that section. Question. If gang pull up, are you gonna back your brethren? Shouldn't be screaming things for the things, man, just cause queffing. Being out air, me and savage. Why you wanna lock my brethren? Spartans dip like custard cream, now look at your wounds, you stressing. Ain't watching your friendly legging, that's all mad depressing. Trap, sponsor a man, that's called grassmanship. Splash any man that them man barking with. Splash.
Step round there, what's good? Now really sound like this. Give my guys my worn out hood.
All of Trapfit's videos, On Joe's videos, Bearman's videos. This the place though. I remember TG getting excluded from school, and then I didn't see him again, innit? Like they sent him to Nigeria, innit, to kind of like go back and learn it. But that's probably where he picked up the sounds from, all that stuff. And obviously he had an older brother that was managing him as well. He kind of got inspiration from.
I get money on the roads, get money in the trap, and
get money on the road, get money cause my line bang. Police come here, was to trapping. I'm on my job with department. For the department, let's get money on the road, get money in the trap. Money on the road, get money in the trap. I get money on the road, get money in the trap, and police on my way, still banging. She said the Harlem flows, that my thing. Cannabis in the spliff, my thing.
The song Money on the Roads, when he recorded that song, I think no one was on that song, it was just him on that song. And he added Naira Marley, and then he wanted to add me, someone wanted to add me, but there was doubts in like adding me in it, because it's not really my genre. Like I was thinking, how am I gonna come across this in it? So obviously eventually I got on the song, recorded it. We shot the video, like I didn't think nothing of it, to be like, I'll be real. I didn't think it was gonna do so well. And then it kind of blew up. Like, it really blew up. But I didn't know it was gonna do so well.
Sitting in the trap with some addicts. Now I got me some band, she attracted. I never had nobody but a gang. I'm a big bro, so I have them.
I'm up before the video was meant to be released. Like, he was in prison, so we done the video without him. And then when it was released, it just blew up. I went to prison shortly after, I can't really remember. I'm not sure, but I think I went to prison like 3 weeks after, or a month. It was like 2 a.m. and then obviously Trident, obviously armed police pulled us over, but I thought we crashed initially, because I just kind of, my eyes were not even closed. They weren't closed, but they were, you know what I mean, drowsy. So I thought we crashed, because I just thought the car crashed, but obviously we got TP'd. That's when like you get boxed in. And then I saw the sirens and then armed police. And it just felt surreal. They just like smashed all the windows, dragged us out, and just screaming like, well, I can't remember what they were screaming. It's like, where's the firearm or something like that. When they booked me, because this is my first time, I thought I was getting out on bail. You know what I mean? But I didn't get out on bail. I was 17, so I went to a minor jail. He went to an adult jail. So when he was in jail, he was lucky because all my friends were already in there. So like he had like all of our friends. But when I went to jail, it was just Lowski that was in there. Remember Lowski, he was there already. He was finishing off his sentence. So I came when he was finishing off his sentence. From then on, me and Lowski obviously bonded a bit more. He became one of my closest friends. But yeah, that was like a hectic week, like a hectic month actually, because obviously I have an older brother, and then he got arrested for something as well. So it was just a bit hectic. It's kind of a disappointment, fam. I think she felt disappointed. It's like the first couple of weeks or that you're there, you're getting bad letters. So you starts to get lower. You don't get as much letters. Then like letters kind of basically stops, innit? The longer you're there, it stops. Obviously, bad people want to visit you. The longer you're in there, don't want to visit you. Like, it gets like that, man.
No, pull up my favourite.
Pull up's the best, isn't it?
Hey!
pull up. Nice in Vegas, pull up. Smash your waist and pull up. She know we steps and pull up. 3G smash we pull up. We don't buy a coca. If he pulls it, push up. Tell us we won't give sugar. Step on the kill. Yellow ones in Brazil. Hands in the back, they ain't ready to feel. Pull in the slide, they ain't ready to drill. Blue, lights on the road, it's so real. Sword on my leg to conceal. Wait for the time to reveal. Show you eat. Call for my meal. Robo ride to the END. Come on, road time GMT. Bring them out to the realest BMT. I don't want the DAB. I feel the realest BMT. All the things is a PSP. I'm wrong with BAE. Wrong with CAD.
Because like, I had bare fun. I had fun doing it. Like, this is my favourite. Like, I like the beat. I can just listen to the beat by itself. That's why it's my favourite. Same with like some other songs that are unreleased. I can just listen to the beat. Like when I used to just bang out the beat, like just put it on repeat. Like.
Whoosh. R.I.P. Laps. R.I.P. Laps. R.I.P.
I'm tired of these sounds, man. Everyone sounds the same. But like, I just wanted a new sound. I just wanted to sound different. Fam. I just wanted to do something different. I'm bored. Like I'm bored of like listening to a beat and then just write to that. I'm bored. That's like that. Like, fam, I didn't come into this to just try to get money and be bored, fam. I wanted to like have fun with what I'm doing, innit? So I just wanted to do a new sound, the sound that I like. It's a new sound, bro. No one's done this before. Was it an advert?
Remember Juggo Benito, yo? The Nike commercials.
Yeah, it's an advert, fam. When I do
Nike
on
commercials.
that, when I do on that, fam.
Trust me,
Trust me, everyone knows the song, fam. I feel like, yeah. It's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
I would do that, but I feel like the big bit, everyone would be like, "Oh shit, that song."
I feel like people would know that song is even from this. But let's hear the big bit again. This is the big one.
I'm just gonna see what comes in my head. I'm gonna see what comes in my head. So. But the club, I see the deal. Heads on my heart's too frio. Came from the slums, ill. Caught so unjust appeal. In school, I'm missing meal. Bros in jail, and bros in a drill. Jack boys open the till. If they say open the safe, here, brill. But the club, I see the deal. Heads on my heart's too feel. Came from the slums, ill. Caught so unjust appeal. In school, I'm missing meal. Bros in jail, and bros in a drill. Jack boys open the till. If they say open the safe, here, brill. Abril means open.
Abril.
When I club, I see the Tiro. Tiro's bullet.
Jeez.
Here's how my heart's too free.
Jeez. Cold.
Your heart's cold, isn't it? Cold. Yeah,
I know that one still.
that's about it. Still. Let me do the next bit.
Yeah.
If they say open the safe, here, Abril. Jogo Benito, I'm playing it. Horsepower car, cocaine it. Sweet bar one, so obeying it. Jakes, out to the block, so we stay in it. Brandish the sword, displaying it. Demon time, they slaying it. Laws in it, disobeying it. If it ain't theirs, they ain't claiming it. Oh.
Dude, that was a big energy though. It might need to be more like a bit of a fucking, I don't know, laid back vibe.
In school, I'm missing meal. Bros in jail, bros in a drill.
I think Blanco's strengths are his ability to use his tone and voice. He's got a very good understanding of how he, you know, comes on the mic, energy-wise, flow-wise. It's kind of, as I say, like the tracks that he comes out with, it's all one piece of music. His voice, even though he's barring in that, he's a sick poet. Like the wordplay he uses, you know, everyone loves him for that. But it's not just, as I keep saying, a man spitting over a beat. He's kind of in the beat and he's part of the beat, and it's just all one sick thing.
Stuck in the trap, gotta get out of that, so I'm planning the great escape. I'm in two minds, should I handle this flick or should I go ham on this tape? CJ set pace, stay calm, I'll handle the chase, don't slam on the brakes. These that way back in the day keep baiting my government name.
Obviously, when I first met Sench, yeah, he was cool, man. When I first met Sench, yeah, he was hungry still. He was hungry still. I can tell. He had that hunger in him.
Stuck in the trap, gotta get out of that, so I'm planning the great escape. I'm in two minds, gotta handle it. Shall I go ham on this tape?
Go from back like Canaan, come to my room and they all call Canaan. Tension when you want my straining, she should have cuffed, but I'm air restraining.
Stuck in the trap, gotta get out of that, so I'm planning the great escape. I'm in two minds, should I handle this flick or should I go ham on this tape? If you see Jay set pace, stay calm, I'll handle this chase, don't slam on the brakes. More time out in front of me.
Go from back like Canaan, come to my room and they all call Canaan. Tension when you want my straining, she should have cuffed, but I'm air
I still chat to him still. He's a cool guy. He's mad cool still. He's mad cool. He's not, but I'll be real, he's different to all these other artists still. He shows love.
All these wrongs I still ain't my lesson. Forgiveness is a sin, why I'm burning bridges. Thought this money would take all my stress away.
NSG, the way they are in music videos or the way in real life, they're fucking lit, man. Those are my guys, bro. Those are actually my guys, man. Even from then, even from working with them in the studio, the melodies they come up with, they're talented.
We listen to Blanco from day, man. You know what I mean? The vibe different, and it's only for me, so. Right. And we do our own thing as well, and not only, so it only makes sense. Area gang vibes.
See, Blanco always does this every time. I do the first take, and then he says, alright, let me do it.
That's why me and them man can't correlate. Or the prophet's just part of the prophecy. Bros dealing with rocks, historyology. Meals on my mind, I ain't taking easy. Girl on my line, know she wants, she's a CC. Yak the area about with my GGs. G then I'm out there like it's TT.
Tell my man stop his noise, I'll send my killie, do him up quick. Put him through, came through with that 6. Told him it's raw, but sorry it's mixed. Pass the shows in the miz, slip or trip, you're pissed. Tryna go there, come back like who's got Riz? Thanks, he's coming back home, I'll camp. Life cool in the whack, must be with a Spartan. All the time you see me with blanks. Chef that shirt, damp. Brown with a match, got cramp. 1,018 Newton meter, I ran for 1,000 stamps.
First time we stepped round there with the chingers, now you let it burn like Smithers. Nigga told Hill this pain with fillers, swing Tarzan like gorillas. It's a Waverly place, so he brought out the wizards. Fade away Damian Lillard. Kenneth Lane with them drillers. Drive to the paint, then pivot.
How would you want it to sound?
Like a banger. Like a banger still.
So I might pull a nighter about it. The boy says it's too late to wife her, you don't think about it. I've been through some long days, let's switch place or behave. But yeah, there's some good shit around me.
No good bands because they're too late. I mean myself because they're too late. Down the time, fuck the dreams and you're living your best life, see big games, no goodbyes cause it's too late. And meet me at 7 because the crew 8. Counting down the time clock to doomsday. And you're living your best life, see bouquets. You ain't tryna come around. There's no excuses, it's summer now. And you're still giving me the runaround. Yeah, something like that. I mean.
About it. I've been through some long days, let's switch place or behave. But yeah, there's some good shit around me.
No goodbyes cause it's too late. Meet me at 7 because the crew 8. Counting down the time clock to doomsday. And you're living your best life, see bouquets. You ain't tryna come around. There's no excuses, it's summer now. And you're still giving me the runaround.
back around, up and down, up and down. Long days put me in the back, Jose Fonte, on race, striking hotel, Color Monte.
Referred here by your GP because you've been feeling quite down recently.
I ain't really been feeling on myself, man. I ain't been feeling 100.
This is a safe space you can speak. Go ahead, you can tell me about it. There's a piece of the mind what you seek. Then I think you should share your surroundings. You ain't turned up for the past 2 sessions. It's not gonna work if you're not telling. Sad about splitting apart, I'm guessing. Thought about phoning or leaving a message.
First off, I don't really care about her like that. Cause I got friends in the can doing laps. And I mean real friends that I grew up with. When the wrong path from a scrub kid. It's sad but it's true, I hate to admit. Oh yeah, better watch who you do it with. Do what? Do crime, do stupidness. Cause the same friends turn to a snitch. Guy tryna nap man, rise and attack man. Joe wrestler, Vince McMahon. Dad passed, I was still that sad. Then last pass, it was that bad.
My dad's been unwell like for most of my life. Like ever since I've known him, he's had like kidney failure in it. He was getting better, like he got a kidney transplant, so he was doing better. So obviously the situation that happened when I was in prison was sudden. When I was in the Feltham, I didn't really do visits in it, so I got like a special visit in it. But obviously the gubs, obviously the prison staff don't really tell you nothing, but they were silent the whole time, innit? So obviously they brought me to a legal visit room. So you have 2 visiting halls. You have like a legal visiting hall, and then you have family, friends visiting hall. So there's 2 different visiting halls. So they brought me to the legal one, but I saw my auntie there, my mum there. My auntie was bawling. Obviously my mum was upset as well. And I was like, what happened? What happened? And then obviously like, oh yeah, your dad died or whatever. I was upset, but I wasn't crying, innit? Because I'm not gonna lie, prison just felt like one big dream, innit? Like, not even a dream, but I just thought, I didn't really have no emotions until I really came out. I didn't really have any emotions like that. Everything just felt surreal. Like the whole time I was there, everything felt surreal. Like bare things was happening at once. Because my offense was just gun possession. Obviously I got to go to the funeral, innit? But obviously, the way the funeral like system is, like when you're in prison, it's kind of silly. They gave me a date and then it got moved back. My mum wanted to process suit and tie, but they didn't accept it. So when I went to the funeral, I wore prison issue clothes. It's like clothes that you get when you first come into prison. A lot of people that don't have family, like crackheads and like nitties, they wear these prison PIs because they don't have clothes. Like people can't hand them in clothes because remember, you're in prison. You can't buy your own clothes. People have to give it to you. So that's the clothes I was wearing. Obviously, every prison issued clothes is different. So this one was grey. And I had my grey Air Maxes. And then obviously I was handcuffed to an African prison officer. Forgot his name. Cool guy. Just doing his job. Walking into the funeral, I think I sat at the back, too embarrassed. Obviously I sat next to my sister, my brother, but I don't think we even spoke. Mizzy was my cellmate. And then obviously I was just talking. He's like, what happened? Like, what did you see? And like I just like, I don't know. Like, obviously he's like, so to your mum, you speak to your mum? I was like, no, I didn't speak to my mum. I just like AD was there. And then yeah. Obviously Mizzy was just trying to like console me, but I wasn't crying. When I was growing up, I didn't really know anyone directly that died in it. That was like the first person, obviously, that passed, like my immediate family. Like, obviously, I didn't even have friends that passed then. It was just my dad that passed. My sister and my little brother, obviously, they went on a holiday with him. And he said something that obviously, I don't want to say it. It's very personal to me. It was 5 words, but yeah, it was very personal. A month later or 3 weeks later, one of my closest friends, like our closest friend, passed. Mizzy's best friend, Latuan, passed away. Like I was too upset. I thought it was surreal. Like I couldn't cry. Like I didn't believe it. Like I needed to come out and see it to believe it. When he passed, obviously I did see like a few news reports about it, on like London News, BBC News. When someone dies from like an illness or natural causes, it's a bit different. You're not angry at anyone. Like you don't have anyone to blame. You just feel like it was his time to go. But obviously, when someone's killed by someone else, like it's just like you think of stuff like. Well, I used to think like, oh, why did he? If he didn't do this, or like if he wasn't here at this time, he would have like been alive and that. So it was deep and. Laquan Griffins was everybody's friend. Like everyone loved him. He had like a softer touch in the way he did things. Like my mum loved him. Obviously, everyone's parents loved him because he was a nice guy. Like he was respectful. I can't really explain to you. It's just mad. Obviously, I don't see it as mad anymore, but it was mad at the first few times. It was mad. But now it's obviously, you get used to it, innit?
Should've been in Dubai, but I said I'm in Lockwood. That's one stop Londis. Spoke to the label, they said I need content. I ain't got no contest. 8 balls in the bag, what's all this fondling? AD Green Goblin. Waited, pause it, waited, dips to the trenches, step with the strongest.
How I made Londis is obviously I flew out to Copenhagen to meet Jens. So obviously when I write music, I have the song titles in my notes. Sometimes, if I ever get stuck and I want to make something new, I have like maybe a concept or a song title in my notes. And that was the same with Londis, innit? I just wanted to make something fresh. And also, Londis, you know, I grew up around Londises, innit? We used to steal from Londis all the time. So when I was writing it, I could just relate to a Londis. Like, everyone has a Londis. Everyone has a shop they used to steal from as a kid. Mine was Londis.
Don't wanna do no shows in the country, I don't want any period. Me and Active could've been Jeremy Skepta, but now we get serious. Boy better know I'm in the trenches, life expenses, don't be curious. Driving fast, got me a new driving band, and now I'm furious.
Carpe Diem, the reason why I released it first, obviously me and the team and distribution, we had like a little meeting and we decided to go Carpe Diem. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was edging towards another song, innit? So yeah, bet 365.
Bet me, I'm gonna bag this sexy, bang that vocal Seski. Free kicks when I walk in foot silent, that's my little set piece. Back pass, should even know that I knew her man more indirectly. Tiger straps, not BBL, but the BBL just gets me.
The first time I met Blanco was back in 2018 on his release. When I first met him, he was really shy. He really didn't speak to me much for the first couple of months. We just released Return of Born and we were doing press. And I took my sister along and she became ill, and I mean, he stopped the shoot straight away and then he ran to help my sister. And from then, that was just our icebreaker sort of thing. So since then, we kind of bonded a little bit.
Now it's easy. Now it's kind of easy. I kind of know what she expects. She knows what I'm on. I know what she's on. So it's easy.
So working with Blanco, he's easy going, but it also can be quite difficult.
There's not really any issues. It's just, obviously, I'm a difficult artist to work with, innit?
He's really indecisive. He changed his mind a lot.
Me, I'm a person that's not indecisive about anything. Anything. Apart from music.
Being a female in this industry and being a black female, a lot of the times, even when I say something, they'll still go behind my back and go to my artist. Rather than just take what I say. And I don't have like a lot of industry friends as well. So I do find it quite isolating. I probably have like one good friend in the industry. So it's quite hard when you don't have other people, or there's not a lot of females that I know that do management, especially to drill artists that I can go to for advice or bounce off. So I have found it quite difficult. Like, I know he's talented. I just feel like he just needs that one song to really connect. And every time we've had moments, there's been things that has stopped it from doing anything. We had Shipperton, then came the pandemic.
Citizens still on the bell conditioning. Guys in the bin, some litterman, cinnamon, brown and sweet need insulin. Bro, snow with a pack, dribbling, wriggling, cause the handcuffs too stiffened. With the tizzy on charge of my shows on. Bro hit cells like Gohan. Wasting a life, erosion. 2 man blazing, a guy implosion. Wink at your base, semicolon, stolen, dialing, Kelly rolling. Jake's in a car patrolling, hoping to finding a snake and a rodent. Spinners from 1940, surely the man them got tools like Milwaukee. Purely, only telling facts, not porkies. Assure me that you love me, reassure me.
We had ringtone, but he was on curfew, so we couldn't really do anything with to promote it properly. I think with him, he just needs that one good song to really connect with people, and then maybe just building on his social presence. But he's quite an introvert and he's quite shy, so we're kind of working on that at the moment with him.
Well, the reasoning behind me not having a social media presence, bro, relax. Bro, it's a lot. Me personally, I'm always on social media, but in terms of recording and posting, I don't know how you niggas do it. I tried. Like, even now, like, I'm more frequent. Before, it was disgusting. I never used to post shit.
And then I really wanted to do the documentary because we've been filming since 2018. We didn't manage because of the pandemic to finish filming it. And I just wanted people to I feel because of the kind of artist Blanco is and because of his lack of presence on social media, I felt like if we could just delve in and have the cameras follow him, which they have been since 2018, it would kind of get people to kind of understand him.
Reborn, do you know what? I want you to take from it that like, this guy can do it all. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a bit of all in it.
Rebellious, why so serious? You never had it like this, I'm curious. Wave your way so imperious. Toxic state in my mind so delirious.
My last project I had, obviously bigger names than this project. But this project initially, I didn't want no features. I just thought that I needed to, because I'm reborn, I needed to change certain things about myself. That's why I wanted it to be no features. So I'm just building back up. I didn't want it to be like, you're on this level, I'm on this level right now. I wanted it to be like mutual. Do you get it? So that's the real reason. Fuck drill, bro. Like, what is that? This is still just a mixtape though. Take it, listen to it, enjoy it. It's my baby. I had it for quite some time. Just know I'm reborn. Now that I'm reborn, there's more rebornings to do. You know what I mean? There's more stuff to make, new stuff to shake. We'll be back.
Your diamonds dance that pog, but it might be a problem soon. As Nunes strikers throw that dudek, hammers on breaking lines of suture. BTC turn GBP, got a mask on CDC. Xi Jinping, I'ma dictate highs and lows, not CBD. Too easy, I'm an 80s artist, take that Brazilian beat, it's free. Caught on a bad day, don't lose breath, just take that civilian plea. Rats on the block, hold shells, that's full, you don't know that's TMNT. Splinter cells in the can done 76, Joel and Embiid. Wonderland, she had this down, go mad, disappear when you pack this down. Like stars on a rock, I'm Patrick Bound, got space on the drive, no sand this out. In the car trying to find this out, neighbour snitch like Candice now. Bro like Fergie, don't talk like that, but he love when the gadget's out. Yo, wipe your tears, this life, it should have imploded. Never writ this chapter, this one should have been noted. Mask my attention, should have been COVID parties, chest, it could have been Moses. Crash while driving again, I should have been focused. Rise and fall, they rise, but the ties is death or jail, but the glass surprise in the dungeon. Then the best kill, so 5-300, nice like 4-9. Thank God I'm alive, it's up, then it's stuck, I'm a time. Debut on a drive with a 4-4, hit back in his eye. It should have been him, not me in the cages, but he still draws his breath, so I take it. Letting it drum, he's counting that cadence. Sons of the slums, that's more surveillance. This life ain't one, like my name is May, can't walk for the block when it's dangerous. Stared in the distance, thought by the future, seeing it come like Raven. Fool me once, you can fool me again, best pick your side, it's war me and them. Don't feel your vibe, don't call me again, was blacked out too. BLM. Right by the couch, DFS, bus case on camera, no VFX. Hunting for money and Spartan for war, we couldn't be like BMF. Wipe your tears, this life, it should have imploded. Never writ this chapter, this one should have been noted. Mask my attention, should have been COVID parties, chest, it could have been Moses.
Crash out driving again, I should have been focused. Only child I was raised with siblings, cake by 8, my pump is a Kipling. In-house, won't let it cause a division. I grew up in Kenny, my niggas in prison. Antagonist shit with the villains, I'm running on empty to my mission. Closing down, if you don't wanna let me be, just sign the petition. Left out was all it took, best do your part, record it. Good, I'm in Barnet, right by Boring Wood. I'm in B.I.G, I'm notorious. TG Torres hood that camera, but they caught him good. Felt like Meek in Manchester with a club, just pour it blood. Wipe your tears, this life, it should have imploded. If I read this chapter, this one should have been noted. Lost my attention, should have been COVID. Far his chest, it could have been Moses. Crash out driving again, I should have been focused.
Say that, little bro.
What, you call me little bro?
Yeah, bro.
You can't call me little bro when I go.